Like and subscribe to my channel and click the bell icon to get new video updates.
Chris Stapleton's unexpected journey to the Super Bowl national anthem. One day about 10 years ago, singer-songwriter Chris Stapleton was standing in a parking lot outside a Nashville restaurant with label executive Brian Wright. The two longtime friends had just met for lunch after Wright had spent a long morning of meetings where every single song he was accused of sounded exactly the same, with many touting the virtues of cold beer and dirt roads. Wright was ready to sign a singer with a different vision for his label, and he suspected that Stapleton, whose powerful vocals could deliver country, bluegrass, rock, soul, or a mix of anything, could be the answer. The only problem was that Stapleton seemed perfectly content writing hits for other artists, and didn't he have much interest in has had a record deal. Fast forward a decade, and Stapleton, 44, is in one of the brightest spotlights in history. World's 10th singing of the national anthem at the Super Bowl on Sunday. It is safe to say that standing in the parking lot that day when Wright offered Stapleton a record deal, which he accepted, neither of them could have predicted the mild-mannered Kentucky's career path. But in Nashville he had a reputation for being one of those hidden gem musicians. Plus, he and his wife Morgan, a singer-songwriter who sings backing vocals for Stapleton and other artists, were a loved-up couple in Music City in about a week. He was given the freedom to do whatever he wanted, Cobb said. There was no agenda, it was he who was absolutely honest when making records. He picked the songs he connected to and wrote, and he went in and delivered them with utter purity. He was never looking for a Grammy or a CMA. He was just trying to make the best record possible. The Country Music Association Awards in November 2015 changed his life. Stapleton won Best New Artist and Best Male Vocalist, as well as Album of the Year for Traveler. His wing stunned and delighted the industry audience in the room, and then he took the stage with one of his friends, Justin Timberlake. The two have been friends since Timberlake's wife, Jessica Biel, recruited Stapleton to fly to Montana's exclusive Yellowstone Club for an acoustic performance for Timberlake's birthday, Wright said. TV audiences were as captivated as Chris Stapleton. Who was that long-bearded guy with the incredibly booming voice and the cowboy hat? Immediately shot to search term number 1 on Google. Cobb, who played guitar on stage that night, called it a stunning experience. He recalls watching the audience's faces full of joy and happiness and support. It is hard to grasp what just happened, he said, but it all quickly became reality when Traveler, which had sold 97,000 copies by then, sold 153,000 the next week. The album eventually achieved 6 million sales on its way to becoming the best-selling country album of the 2010s. Since then, Stapleton has released 3 more albums, won 8 Grammy Awards, and had a string of country radio hits, including Broken Halos, Millionaire, and You Should Probably Go. He is the ideal country guy, collaborating with other A-list artists from Ed Sheeran to Adele to Stevie Wonder and Smokey Robinson's performance at the Grammys last weekend, and is now getting tabloids about his life with Morgan and her 5 children.